Hey there, it's Johanna, and today my question for you is when you're trying to figure something out or something feels just kind of off in your life, what do you do? I think for many of us, the impulse is to look for something that will help. We want a tool, a solution, a bit of wisdom that will kind of help us get things back on track. And often, when we're looking for these things, we look outside of us. We might listen to podcasts or read articles. We might watch videos, attend workshops, and this can be a good thing. I don't think we're meant to figure everything out on our own, and there is so much benefit from connecting with other people who get what we've been through and maybe have wisdom, knowledge, experience to share. And, there are a lot of great resources out there and a lot of amazing people. So all of that in itself can be a really good thing. And I think sometimes we can get so focused on looking for the answers out there that we forget a very important piece, and that is listening to ourselves. Sometimes we can get so focused on listening for the answers others might have for us that we forget that everyone out there, they're not the only ones who know things. They're not the only ones with wisdom to share. And we can really miss out on all the amazing wisdom and insights inside of us when we don't make that space. And, also when we are just so busy taking in everything that we can learn and try, and we don't come back to consider, okay, how does this align with who I am and what I really need right now? We can end up kind of reinforcing those patterns of looking outside of us for what we should do and who we should be, and just kind of that belief that, other people maybe know better. When actually it's really not that we need to just shut out all those voices, and ignore all the resources available to us. But this is actually a really great opportunity to build more trust in ourselves, to practice discernment, to practice honoring what we know and what we know to be true of us, while also being able to learn and benefit from those around us. And, I think sometimes we get really caught up in the out there, because it's more comfortable, it's gonna feel easier to keep reading more articles and gathering information than to make a decision when there just doesn't seem to be a clear right answer. And, it's probably going to feel more comfortable to listen to yet another podcast episode than to really feel our grief or our anger. And, watching a workshop about the thing we want to do can be a great way to feel productive and stay busy while not having to risk actually taking steps towards doing that thing. And, I think just making that space to listen to ourselves it's so important. And so I'm going to be back with more soon about, like, how do we listen to ourselves? And, more about some of the ways that can actually feel really vulnerable. For today, let's go back to that question I asked you at the beginning and just start to notice for yourself, when you are trying to figure something out, when something does feel off, what do you do? What's kind of your default? And this isn't about, oh, you're doing it wrong, or, yeah, good job, you've got it just right. But just starting to notice, okay, who outside of myself am I most often turning to? How much space am I giving to other people's voices? And how much space am I taking to listen to myself in all of this? So just some things to start noticing. I'll be back with more soon. In the meantime, remember, you can trust yourself.